Now shut your yaps and listen here. And you out in TV land, turn up the volume now, get away from the refrigerator, and make the sofa warm.
The 1970s and 80s witnessed a cultural revolution in Newfoundland Labrador. Artists searched for what it meant to be a Newfoundlander, and television became the media to broadcast their notions of popular Newfoundland culture to the world. But what did the public see? And how did these early reflections of Newfoundlanders influence and shape popular culture today? Improper language use is one stereotype perpetuated by early portrayals of Newfoundlanders in popular culture. The notion that Newfoundlanders use incorrect terminology in common speech is evident in this scene from Yarns from Pigeon Inlet, circa 1983. Here, a British dialectician is confused by a local variety. Indeed, the Newfoundlander apologizes for being wrong.
I've been a little weary after my boat trip, so what I'd most appreciate would be a quiet nap before dinner.
Dinner? But we've already had dinner, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What she means, Professor, is that we already had lunch. See, some people around here call lunch dinner and dinner supper. I know it's wrong.
Another stereotype represented in the same scene is the notion that Newfoundlanders' speech is so fast it is impossible to understand. In fact, some would say Newfoundlanders do not even speak English.
Willis? Sorry about dirtying over cars for someone to come in, Spar.
What extraction is that young man, Mrs. Bryant?
Extraction?
Willis is from Pigeon Inn, that's like the rest of us, sir.
But what language is he speaking?
Willis can only speak English, Professor.
Now, Mrs. Grimes, I'm a dialectician and grammarian of some international reputation, and I could assure you that that was not English.
Newfoundlanders speak so fast, even native speakers do not know what is said.
I understand what he said.
There's something about not getting the right message at the store, I believe. But I wouldn't flare at it.
Extraordinary.
So how did these early language stereotypes influence contemporary portrayals of Newfoundland Labrador culture? How does the Newfie dialect manifest itself in popular media today? The Nissan Bonavista commercial, broadcast nationally on several television stations, employing non-Newfoundland actors, serves as one example.
Don't put a gust in your spinnaker, I don't know what would. And look at the wheels on her. Got enough alloy in there to fill a bucket. You got the climate control on the inside in case you got the mother along with you. If you got a hot and you got a washer on, you got the washable floorboard in the back. Like my mother always said, she said, you got a single line, you can add 2 hooks.
The question is, should corporations like Nissan employ distorted minority portrayals in order to sell products? King and Wicks suggest the combination of the actor's language use and the accompanying subtitling presents vernacular Newfoundland English as incomprehensible, hyperbolic, and exotic, with the effect of othering the car salesperson as well as Newfoundlanders more generally. Ironically, O'Neill Motors of Newfoundland capitalized on the controversy surrounding the Nissan commercial in a parody ad of their own starring well-known Newfoundlander Pete Soucy, again using stereotypical Newfie language.
How you getting on? Listen, the Cape Breton Bonavista buddy couldn't make it, so the boys calls me up to tell you about this nifty Nissan Versa, only $14,498 at O'Neill Motors on Topsail Road. Right roomy too. I said, right on. High time you went local there, 2 hooks. I'll take it.
King and Wicks suggest this portrayal of Newfie culture is more authentic due to the use of a native Newfoundland actor rather than one from mainland Canada. The fact that the character Snook speaks directly to the audience and uses more authentic Newfoundland vernacular. They note, while the original commercial plays on difference, the parody is a culturally rich text that relies on shared understanding. The right to perform as a local is clearly linked to the notion of authenticity. In the 2004 film Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, well-known Canadian actor Jim Carrey draws on several Newfie stereotypes, including language, to portray the character Captain Sham. Was his notion of Newfie rooted in the earlier portrayals of the 70s and 80s?
Lord thunder and jumped up Jehovah.
The Black Plague, is it the Black Plague?
No, that there was only my fault. I can't tell you how sorry I is for running into your sister there like that.
Carey says, yes, Captain Sham. Oh, Captain Sham's a Newfoundland fisherman, basically. I don't know if anyone will recognize the accent up there, but I just thought, no one's ever done the, shall I say, Newfie accent. No one's ever done it, and it's pretty interesting.
Grammar is the number one most important thing in this here world to me.
With the advent of digital media, broadcasts of Newfoundland popular culture are available on demand worldwide via the internet. This allows the public to share notions of Newfie culture in a participatory manner. How has Newfie culture manifested itself in the digital realm? And what are the consequences of public participation in portrayals of Newfoundland language? Social media, like YouTube, broadcast near-authentic portrayals of Newfoundland language as heard in common social situations. The number of views, however, represents the popularity of stereotypical Newfie dialect.
Oh, my.
Oh, Jesus.
Potatoes alive. Try with the little knife. You're southpaw. Look. No. Potatoes doing stunts. We're Sacred Heart of Jesus, please, man.
Newfie stereotypes have led local Newfoundland YouTube celebrities to use parody and a hyper-stylized vernacular Newfoundland English to create strategic inauthenticity.
That's me battling, right? When I battles, man, I lose it all. I beat up people and everything, I don't even remember. I wake up and then I get prize money and someone's on the ground all now.
Yes, boy, sure, that's best combo. I'm just gonna sit down in my chair. That's what it does, right?
Yes!
The actors portraying characters like Donnie Dumphy and Newfoundlander Verses have gained social, economic, and cultural capital through strategically portraying Newfoundlanders in an inauthentic fashion. Clark and Hiscock warned, one ramification of strategic inauthenticity is to reproduce and reinforce dominant ideologies of social class. The latest cultural phenomenon that perpetuates stereotypical Newfie language is internet memes. Memes are snippets of culture produced, reproduced, and exchanged via digital media and has the potential to propagate virally through sharing, liking, and reposting through online social networks. These cultural texts represent the most participatory mode of perpetuating stereotypical Newfoundland language, as each meme begs to be redesigned by the user viewing it. Facebook pages like Memes from the Cove and Cape Shore Memes welcome the creative sharing and celebration of Newfoundland cultural stereotypes, and with each successive itineration, a sense of shared culture is built within community. From fresh fish to codco to yarns from Pigeon Inlet, early broadcasts of Newfoundland language served to reinforce the numbskull caricature of the Newfie. These stereotypes have surfaced again and again in subsequent popular media to the point where every Newfoundlander is steeped in their own stereotype. However, Newfie slang is a tie that binds Newfoundlanders together in a shared culture. Now that Newfoundlanders have the means, through digital online media, to create their own cultural representations in their own authentic likeness, I believe it will insulate our unique culture from outsiders who may look upon our English dialect as deficient, inferior, and just plain stupid.